So I came to Ghana when I was 3 months old. Landed in the country in January 1st, 1997. My dad came as a mechanic in the Western region, working for Ghana Primewood and Kufua, which was the president.
You mean Kufua?
And then we kind of moved all over Ghana. We lived in Takoradi, we lived in Takwa, years and years.
So you've been in Ghana all your life?
And split 2 years into America and then came back to Ghana.
Oh, so did you school in Ghana?
Yeah.
Oh, so which schools did you attend?
Takoradi International and then Goldfields Mining School.
Takoradi International.
Yeah.
And what, Goldfields?
It was a private school on the mining camp called Goldfields. 14 kids, 2 teachers. Everyone was from Australia and South Africa.
Yeah, so it was like a school for the expatriate community.
Correct, yeah. But there were some Ghanaians as well. Yeah. It was everyone that worked for the mine.
Oh, so since your dad was working for the mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So it was like an educational facility they provided for the workers?
Exactly.
Ah.
And then we moved to Takoradi.
He means Takoradi, sorry.
Then actually my first job was at Mia Kidder's Lodge, where I took care of...
Mia.
Yeah. M-I-E-M-I-A.
M-I-E-M-I-A.
There was a hotel there called Kidder's Lodge. I took care of the jet skis and the equipment for water activities. It was for my summer. Then we moved to Accra, and I continued with homeschooling, British Distance College, and then when I completed that, I went straight to work the next day for a company called B&D Consultancy.
So, wait. So, how did you learn all these stuff? Like, who taught you how to? You told me you were
I
a
was
mechanic,
always working with my dad. So my dad was a mechanic, and he always has toys, bikes, cars.
Oh, so you were like your dad's apprentice.
Yeah.
For how long? All your life?
All my life, until he left Ghana about 5 years ago. He went to Burkina Faso.
Wow, so your dad taught you everything you know now about cars, and just because he was a mechanic?
In general. And then I was about 18, I started working for B&D Consultancy, and that's where the rest of my learning kind of took off from.
So your dad was like your personal coach?
Correct, yeah.
Cool.
He taught me everything kind of mechanical.
So what are some of the stuff you can fix?
Generators, diesel engines,
cars. I know you're
not,
good with the cars.
Yeah, not too modern cars, not too many electronics, etc. Old school stuff.
So the manual cars?
Yeah, mostly machines. I didn't really work too much on cars. It was mining equipment.
That's even the most difficult ones.
Excavators and dozers and stuff like that. He worked for a company called Takoradi Renewable Energy.
Takoradi Renewable Energy.
Yeah, it's TREL, TREL. They were chopping up trees for Ghana rubber estates and sending it to Europe for renewable energy. So they were always working in the harbour, and I was working with my dad.
Even at that age?
I was about 14, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, everything, I guess.
So that's how your career just took off?
Yeah. You learn everything quicker when you're younger.
That's true.
I started driving when I was about 14. As soon as I could reach the pedals. I got my first motorbike when I was 3. So. I'm good with clutches and gears.
And he never taught me how to drive. But we'll not talk about that today. So I do know right now that you learned everything about the tractors and blah blah blah, everything fixing or let's say mechanical from your dad. So
90% yes.
Sure. So why did you choose to, or let me say, why did you choose not to continue your education at the university level?
I guess because I disliked school so much, so much, and I started going out with my friends and stuff at about 16. So by the time I was 18, I really wanted to be financially
Stable.
not stable, but like not relying on my parents as much.
So independent.
Independent, yeah, kind. So that's when I started working. I went straight to work for B&D.
So about B&D, why did they hire you? Because
They needed a head of guy in the workshop.
so it means that you must have proved to them that you could actually fix the stuff.
Yeah, he knew my dad for many years as well.
Oh, so your network as well.
Mm.
Pump it. But not so pump it because he's got the skills.
And then after B&D, I worked for an industrial cleaning company. So when the Accra Mall was, well, the extension to the Accra Mall was finished, the new entrance in the middle of it, we had to go in there and do the industrial cleaning. So all the construction works, the cement everywhere, the tiles, we had to go in there and clean it with equipment. And then we went to Achimota Mall, and when the whole mall was built, we had to clean the whole place.
Were you part of the cleaning process, or you were just there to fix the stuff that went
No,
down?
I was running I was basically the whole of logistics. What you call it?
You have all the time.
Operations.
Oh.
So moving all the equipment,
Out.
organizing the guys. We had about 12
So
guys.
you were more like managing it.
Yeah.
Like managing the whole project with regards to the cleaning and stuff, everything about it.
Because I had my own pickup. So we had a trailer with all the equipment behind it. It was 5-star stuff with filtration systems and all that kind of stuff that needed maintenance. So they needed someone to maintain it and run it and organize it and make sure everything is running 7 days a week. So I did that, and then I started working for Sahara Natural Resources, and I was with them for 4 years as a mechanic.
So
And
will I be right if I say you have over 15 years of working experience?
No.
Okay.
I was about 9 months with B&D and about a year with the cleaning company, and then 4 years with Sahara Natural Resources.
So that's probably about 5 years.
Yeah, almost 6 years.
Wow.
And then now with Baba Soti and Sons for 6 months. 6 months and counting.
Oh, it seems like you want to stay at WSOT. Well, as fleet manager, I'm not surprised. But okay, so do you think, just your point of view,
Yeah.
do you think it's hard to secure a job when you don't have a degree, or you think most youths in Ghana, I'm saying most youths in Ghana because you've been here like all your life, so I would say it's almost the same experience, and probably even harder for you as an expatriate. So do you think
From my
it's hard?
experience, and it's not the same for everybody. I
Yeah.
cannot say it's the same for everyone. Somebody that wants to go to university and get their bachelor's, get their master's, please. I'm not saying anything against it.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think in general, especially in Africa, companies want you to have working experience. They want you to know certain things and how things run, especially with what I do. Fleet managers, so taking care of trucks and equipment and making sure that it's serviced on time and things get greased and happens in certain. You can't go to university for that. University won't teach you when to change a
That
quarter
sounded
filter on a sheet.
discouraging. Well, that's true.
No, that's
true.
for my industry.
Yeah, because people do complain that they have people graduating from the university with degrees in engineering or something, and they can't fix the stuff that you can.
Yeah, or they have degrees in all sorts of things, marketing and whatever, but they don't have the experience. Companies, I mean, it's ridiculous. You can be 21 years old and a company requires 4 years or 8 years of experience.
That's true.
So
That's
I don't
true.
know how you're magically going to get this experience.
Mm.
But I would always advise to myself, with the work that I do and the work that I get into, if I find interest in a certain department and I follow it thoroughly, then I'll go and do a course in it. Like I did hydraulics for Sahara Natural Resources when I was working there. So when I went back to South Africa, I did a course on hydraulics to further my career into it. So if you find something that you're interested in while you're working, you can always do a course in it. And it's always in your CV whenever you move companies or whatever. And also, all the companies that I worked for, there are references in my CV. So never leave
The network,
yeah.
the work experience, and the hands-on
Never
skill.
leave a company in a bad way.
Okay.
Always leave in a very good way, and that's your reference.
Interesting. Interesting. Elvis, do you have a question? Elvis is behind the camera, so. Do you have a question? Not yet. So, for me, I find Ross's story quite daring because it's very rare in Ghana to have people who can dare say they are not going to the university.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird. And I think most often I'll see some young people do not have a plan or do not have the skills. So it's not about just saying I'm not going to the university. I think it's more about knowing what you want to do and having a clear path. I think you were fortunate to have your dad coach you throughout the process, and not everyone has that. But then you can still look out for a mentor or someone that could coach you along the path that you want to go.
Yeah.
So, because we promote volunteering and job shadowing programs in Ghana, would you like to have a volunteer? For instance, if someone has studied engineering but really can't do much when it comes to their hands-on skill, would you like to have the person hang around for some time?
Yeah, of course.
High five. So, thanks for joining us today. This is our first interview with Ross Lindsay of M. Babisotti and Sons Limited. It's one of the biggest construction companies in Ghana.
And oldest.
And oldest. That's true. Mr. Machel never hides that part. Babisotti. They've been here before independence, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it was 1956.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mentioned that so you would know he's not just employed in a startup company as a fleet manager, but he's actually employed in a reputable and multinational company. So you also know that your skills can actually get you a job, and a job is not the same as a career. He had the opportunity to be mentored by his dad down the career path that he wanted to go. A job is just something that gives you money, and a job could be anything, but a career is way more than just the salary. So thank you for joining us today. Our next interview will be with the head of another multinational company, which I won't mention now. Check us out. Check our page out on Instagram for more information about that. Thank you. Bye. That was a short and good